Hello everyone, good evening. Myself, Dr. Madhu MP. I'm a consultant medical gastroenterologist here at Aston RV Hospital, JP Nagar, Bangalore. So today I'm here to talk to you about gallstone. It is a very commonly seen in our day-to-day practice. So before going to gallstone, let us understand how is our normal liver, gallbladder and the biliary system. So this is the normal liver. So liver is the organ which synthesizes the bile. So bile usually comes and stores in a sac called gallbladder. So the bile, once it is stored there, after we eat food or whenever we consume food, this bile will be emptied into an intestine. Thus, the gallbladder undergoes contraction. So the bile will enter through a tube called common bile duct into the intestine. So once it is emptied, what does this bile does? Bile is required for digestion of fat we ingest in our food. So that is what the function of the bile. So with the same duct, there is a one more duct which joins that we call it as pancreatic duct. So this pancreas is the organ which produces this pancreatic juice. That juice also empties through a same tube into the intestine. So this pancreatic juice is important for digestion of our carbohydrates and proteins in the diet. So these two systems are very important. Both will enter into the small intestine so that they digest the components of food. So what is this gallstone? Gallstones usually form in the gallbladder. So who are the individuals who develop gallstones? Gallstone is usually common among women. So usually it is more common among women compared to men. And it is a disease as we grow old, usually it increases after the age of 40 years. Can happen in younger individuals also, but the chance of having a gallstone increases once you cross 40 years. And if you take 10 people at the age of 70, 5 people will have gallstone. That is how it is very common. So this is the gallstone. And who are the individuals who will develop? One I told you, females. It's common in elderly. Second, it develops in people who are obese and those who have more cholesterol in their body, lipid abnormalities. It can develop usually during pregnancy because, as you know, during pregnancy the abdominal girth increases, the gallbladder may not empty properly, and because of the various hormonal changes, also they are more prone for this formation of gallstones. It is also common among diabetics, and it's also common in people who have neurological problem or spinal issues. These are the individuals who develop gallstone. How somebody will comes to us with a gallstone? So it can be presented as two forms. One, it can be an asymptomatic one or one who have symptoms. So what is asymptomatic one? So you go for an health check and you get an ultrasound done and you find there is a stone in your gallbladder. A lot of people visit us saying that there is a gallstone, but it has not caused any symptom in them. They usually this constitute about 75% of the people. So no need of any treatment for them. The second category is a symptomatic gallstone. What are the symptoms related to gallstone? The most important thing is pain abdomen. So the classical pain is usually either in the center of the abdomen or in the right side of the abdomen. The pain is usually lasts for 3 to 4 hours, and this pain can be associated with back pain. Sometimes you may have pain in your right shoulder, and few individuals have vomiting, can feel low grade fever, and the pain will be very severe, and most of the individual will require painkillers either in the form of oral tablets. Sometimes you may have to reach a hospital to take painkiller injections. So this is the classical symptoms a gallstone will present with. So a lot of people think that it is a gas acidity or a gastric problem, they will be taking acidity medication, but that is not the case. So whenever you have pain abdomen, it needs to be addressed. So this is the classical gallstone, and this pain may not be present daily. Individual may present second episode of pain after 2 months, 3 months, or even after 6 months. It varies between individual to individual. This is a classical symptomatic gallstone which happens in about 25% of people. So once we have found out the gallstone, we do basic blood test, like we do a CBC to see if there is an infection. We may do a liver test to see if there is any jaundice in these individuals, and we usually ask them to get an ultrasound scan. So the most important thing for an ultrasound scan required is an empty stomach. So if you go in empty stomach, the gallbladder will be distended, so you can see the gallstone better if it is distended. If you had any food, the gallbladder will contract. Sometimes they may not be able to see the stones properly. So once there is a gallstone, and how do we manage this patient? So if it is an asymptomatic one, gallstone, no pain, usually no treatment is required. If there is a gallstone which has caused pain, so it has to be removed. Why it has to be removed? What happens if you don't remove? As I already told you, there is a tube called bile duct. In the second, third episode, this stone may slip into the duct. So if it slips into duct, what happens? There is a obstruction to the flow of bile. The individual may present with jaundice, may have pain abdomen, and can present with fever. Some of them can go into what is known as severe form of infection called cholangitis, which can be life-threatening. And few individuals, as I already told you, there is one more duct called pancreatic duct. This stone may block that area, leading to pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is one of the most severe abdominal emergencies. So if you take 100% of people who develop pancreatitis, about 40% happen because of the gallstone. So these are the complications which will happen in second, third episode. So in order to avoid this complication, we have to manage this gallstone. But how do we manage them? So there is no effective medical treatment. Means a lot of people ask, can it be cured by a medicine? The answer is no. Few tablets have been tried, but they are not that effective. So there is no effective medical treatment. So then how do we manage them? They should be removed. So a lot of people ask, so whenever there is a stone, how can only stone cannot be removed? So usually it is not the case. So the problem is it's a diseased gallbladder. So even if you remove the stones will form again. So the treatment is removal of the whole gallbladder. The surgery is called laparoscopic cholecystectomy, where they remove the whole gallbladder, and it is usually a simple surgery. 1 or 2 days of hospitalization is required, and then you will be discharged on usually on day 2, maximum on day 3, and you can carry on with your lot of routine activities. Lot of people will ask, like, when you remove the gallbladder, what will happen? So usually it basically stores the bile. So the bile, instead of storing in the gallbladder, comes down and gets stored in the upper part of small intestine. Once the food is ingested, it will help in digestion of the food. So usually no dietary restrictions are required after the removal of gallbladder. So you can carry on with your routine activities. So this is all about gallstone. So to simplify things, if there is a gallstone, no pain, no treatment is required. If there is a gallstone with pain, it has to be treated with removal of the gallbladder. This is all about the gallstone. Any further queries, you can visit us at Aster Harvey Hospital, JP Nagar. Thank you.